Welcome to another episode of The Proof, powered by Africa Check. Together with Africa's leading fact-checking organization, every week we will take on different statements, news, rumors, and more from around the continent, and the stories that circulate on social media to ensure that you know the truth of what is really going on. We also want to put you in a position of knowledge to also be able to educate those around you about the dangers of fake news, misinformation, and disinformation. This week, we take on news regarding a bill that was supposedly passed by the Lagos State House of Assembly. So, let's get into it. My name is Joe Hanson. This is The Proof. Welcome back to The Proof. Now here's some background on today's topic. We start with a screenshot of an unknown website that was shared on Facebook and WhatsApp in Nigeria in mid-July 2022, with a claim that Lagos State had passed a bill to set up Sharia courts in the state. This comes after a former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, emerged the presidential candidate for the ruling All Progressives Congress in Nigeria's presidential elections, slated for February 2023. The screenshot claims that the House of Assembly secretly and hurriedly passed a bill for the setting up Sharia courts, paving way for Sharia law in Lagos, which has since been signed into law by the current state governor. Well, joining me now is Allwell Okpi, researcher and community manager at Africa Check. Thanks for being here, Allwell. Now, tell me, how did you fact-check this claim?
Thank you, Joe. The Lagos State House of Assembly said on Twitter on 13th July that the news was false. And the statement by Sutton G. David, who's the chairperson of the House Committee on Information Security and Strategy, said, I quote, the attention of the Lagos State House of Assembly has been drawn to a malicious and unfounded report making the rounds on social media that the Assembly has secretly passed a Sharia law in a deal to get the northern support for Tinubu, the APC presidential candidate. We will not have dignified the writer of this hate speech, but to set the record straight, this is a mere figment of the imagination of the writer and a total lie from the pit of hell. Now, the reaction from the Lagos House of Assembly.
But Allwell, the tweet from the State House of Assembly is not the only reason to rule this story as being fake.
Of course, we did our independent checks, beyond what the House of Assembly said. We did our independent checks by seeking evidence of the passage of such a bill, and also applied our basic understanding of the Lagos State House of Assembly legislative process and how laws are generally made even in that assembly. And then another thing is that we ruled this claim to be false because we confirmed that no law can be passed in secret without subjecting it to a public hearing. At least that's the rule the State House of Assembly, and also generally would note that the assent of bills into laws by the state governor is usually announced publicly. So it's usually not something that can be done without public knowledge.
Interesting. Now, this is a good place for me to ask you, are there some basic steps to take to verify information about public or government institutions?
Okay, yes. When you get information from public officials or government institutions, there is a need to check it, because apart from the possibility that the government official should not deliberately put out information to mislead the public, they can also mistakenly get their facts wrong, right? And so we cross-check the public, the public officials' aim, what they are saying, with publicly available information. And so we seek also the informed opinion of experts in that on that issue. And secondly, you can also ask the official to provide the evidence to back up the claim that they have made, not us to take the claim that officials make hook, line, and sinker, and ask them to provide evidence to support their claim. And thirdly, we can confirm if the official providing the information is in the position to provide such information. And as might be cases of people giving information that they are not in a position to have, and then you need to confirm and ask them how they came about such information.
Thank you so much, Owolokwe, for being here with us. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you our verdict. Welcome back. We all have tools at our disposal to be part of the fact-checking brigade. Let's not be responsible for spreading fake news, disinformation and misinformation any further. When it comes to our devices or on our feeds, let it stop with us. Taking out an extra minute or two to verify gist or stories before we send further could make the difference in the kind of society we all live in. It's up to me. It's up to you, and yes, the folks at Africa Check. For more details on the fact check, visit www.africacheck.org. That's www.africacheck.org. If you have any comments or claim you want us to fact check, you can tweet us at AfricaCheck_NG. Follow us on our social media platforms. We are at News Central TV, and you can check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. I am Joe Hanson. Until we meet again next week, always remember to fact check on The Proof.